Hey guys, welcome back to Cocky Gachas, and in this video I'm going to teach you one nifty trick that is going to potentially make a lot of your hard stuck stages a lot easier, as well as make you excel in the upcoming guild boss. Let's dive right in. So this trick that I'm going to share with you guys today is actually the animation cancellation, attack cancellation, whatever you want to call it, right? It's based off the fact that you are going to cancel off certain animations or attacks of a unit rotation. So to show you how exactly you can exploit it, I must first show you what is sub-skill rotation. So going into the test, you're going to see it very clearly, right? I'm indicating it on the screen. You'll know what sub-skill rotations means, and it's going to differ for every single unit, right? Differently. So Catherine entering the battle does one at a normal attack and then go sub-skill 1, 2 normal attacks, go invincibility, and then it's going to loop infinitely, right? After that. So it's going to do 2 normal attacks and then 1 sub-skill 1, right? 2 normal attacks again, then 2 sub-skill, and then sub-skill 2, and then it repeats itself endlessly. So what happens, or how can we break this chain itself, right? We can use the main skill in between the attacks. So meaning, right, if I were to use, look at this, 1, and then I do this, right? Instantly she used sub-skill 1. She didn't use the second normal attack. Same thing, to make it even more obvious to you guys, right? If we use it in the middle of a sub-skill, look at this. I'm going to cancel it, right? She's going to do 2 normal attacks, right? And then going to go into the invincibility. But you might know about this as well. You might think that, hey, Cocky Gachas, I know how to do this, right? Because every time when I use in the middle of a normal attack, I cancel the normal attack, and that's how we can effectively like just use the main skill and then cancel normal attack. But you only cancel that current normal attack, right? What you don't know, or you might not know, is that you can do this before the animation for the normal attack starts. Look at this. I can effectively make it such that she will never use her sub-skills. 1, you can see this, okay? We go 1, right? 2, look at this. I do this, main skill, no sub-skills. 1, 2, look at this, cancel, no sub-skills. So I can do it such that I make it such that I can cancel the next attack, technically the next attack. But the truth is, the next attack, the next skill itself have already started before the animation started. And how can we tell when that happens, right? Very simple. I've tested a lot of times. What you can do is that the starting position and the ending position is the telltale sign. So once they finish the normal attack, right? Look at this, go to standing position. That is when the next attack can technically be cancelled. So that is how it works, and it also works in the sense that you can use your stun, like enemies can CC you to break it. So if I were to like CC Catherine at the moment she goes back to a standing position, I would cancel the next attack, and you know where I'm going with this, right? So if I know when or where she is in the rotation itself, I can cancel it with like any stuns. Chloe stun, I can cancel it with like Ira stun, Kairu stun. Like all the stuns, I can use it to cancel Catherine's invincibility. And the application is not during the start of battle. To be honest, I feel like it's very difficult to do this at start of battle. What I feel is the most beneficial is for people to do it when you are timing out because of Catherine. If you are timing out because of Catherine, count her rotations, right? And then save the stun so that you can stun her at the opportune time to cancel off her invincibility so that she wouldn't use it. So to give you guys another great example, let's take a look at Memphi. And we all know that Memphi is great in the current like Chloe event, although it's going to be over, and quite unfortunate, right? Because for you that some of you that want to min-max, this will be great information for the event itself. Later I'm also going to show you some footage, but we are going to talk about the theory itself on how we can do it based off the knowledge that I've already shared with you guys. So look at this operational dimensional isolation. We're going to count an amount of attacks or actions before the next one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prism ray, 6, and then another operating dimensional isolation. But this time 1, right? 2, I'm going to cancel. 3, 4, 5. And then we are going to have another operational dimensional isolation. So we can cut down the amount of actions. Although I cancelled the pattern analysis, which isn't the best here. Normally you want to cancel a normal attack, but the same thing still holds, right? The theory still holds. We are trying to cut down the amount of actions before the next operating dimensional isolation, and that is how we exploit it in the Chloe event. And how do we know that she's done with her actions? Same thing as Catherine, right? When she goes back to her starting position, when the 3 ops itself move back to the positions, right? So look at this, go back to the position, I can cancel it. Yeah, once they go back to the position, I can cancel it. So this is how you cancel the animations or the actions, right? The next coming up action for all the characters, all the souls itself. You just need to recognize what is their starting position, and then once they return to their starting position, use the main skill, you can cancel it 100%. So the case study we're going to look at is the Chloe event. It's a substitute for the boss, right? That is upcoming for guild boss. And what we are going to do here is that we are going to cancel the animations like I've talked to you in the Memphi section, right? We are going to make her use the dimensional isolation skill a lot more often. So look at this. We are going to cancel here. I'm going to slow it down. Right, once she goes back to a normal starting position, I cancel it with the main skill. This is going to make her dimensional isolation come out in 6 more actions instead of 7 actions. So that will potentially help me to use the sub skill more often. And in this case, especially, right, once the second cancellation happens, you can see go back to the same animation, right? I'm going to cancel it. Once it happens, right, it's going to make it such that I can, right, perma stun Chloe. Look at this. Chloe is just getting stunned permanently. In this run itself, I did not manage to stun her all the way. I think I missed her one time, right? So cancel again. So after this, I'm not going to show anymore, but this is the example, right? So you can see for the rest of the runs, I'm going to miss by one tick of the Ira. Yeah, here I missed the stun by one tick of Ira's animation. But the rest of the battle, I'm going to perma stun her. So this is only possible because of this animation cancellation. If I don't have this animation cancellation skill or the trick itself, right, I will never be able to perma stun her with just Lindsay, Ira, as well as the Memphi. And I think the reason why I can't perma stun her is also because I'm using Ira over like Haru. I don't have Haru. Haru stuns for 3 seconds. Ira only stuns for 2 seconds. So using this trick itself, with perma stun, I was able to do, I think, 37 million. And if the future guild boss actually leverages a state whereby it's like Chloe, right, you can either perma stun her, or even, right, you have your highest DPS unit, right, you cancel the animations of the normal attack on your highest DPS unit, you are going to have the sub skills come out a lot more often, and potentially you are going to have the ability to do even higher damage to the guild boss. You can do it to the max as well. You can also do it to like Vivi to make her speed skill up come up even more often, but I feel that it's a bit hard to like multitask 2 cancellations on 2 units, right? So here I only focus on Memphi, but if I want min-max, I can cancel on the Vivi as well to get even higher damage. And that about does it for this video. I hope that you guys learned something from it, and this is, I know, a bit more difficult, like it's more like min-maxy and very hard if you are used to autoing all your battles, right? You are not used to manual play, and this is also a bit of a detail, right? You have to pay very much attention to it. You have to multitask, so it's not the easiest. But for people that are looking to min-max, I hope you learned something. For people that are looking for entertainment, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Regardless, also check out this video to see how you can counter most of the commonly annoyances you can find in the Eversoul game so they can progress further in your battlefront. This is Corky Gachas signing off.